For those who are not familiarized with COD or Call of Duty Mobile, there's a 3-point game mode called Domination, where the objective is to conquer, maintain and defend these specific points. Here, attackers will have a higher chance of running into smaller body counts to deal with, and the defenders will have a higher opportunity to play aggressively, and the attackers have a higher opportunity to slow down the pace of the round. This means that for 5 defenders, it's almost impossible to hold all of the 3 sides at the same time for too long. Not to mention that some maps are very small, so things can really happen in a blink of an eye if you're not paying attention. So, have you ever heard of the term that the best defense is a good offense? Well, that's very true for Call of Duty Mobile. And because of this 3-point layout, it's imperative that you find information earlier so that you can just rotate accordingly. So, in today's video, I'll talk exactly about that, so that you can find the right information in the mid and late game. Every team in Ranked, we want to take control of specific areas in the early game. So the players that are more comfortable on putting themselves out there to obtain this type of information will let you and your teammates rotate early and flank, and maybe even stack grenades, which greatly increases your chances of winning defensive rounds. And pro players in ranked modes always try to do something early to get this information, and sometimes they'll get punished for it, and sometimes they'll even get killed, but they still do. Well, because information here is very valuable. The core reason behind all of that is to really find the crucial information. So let's just say that you know that the enemy's team is leaning heavily towards the A side of the map. With that, you can rotate early to help your teammates. Well, with no information, staying stacked for too long is always a bad choice. And at some point, someone will need to get that information with lethals or by physical picking. So in this situation, you can pick or just follow the enemies if they are rotating. Bonus points if a teammate has you covered, so that you can rotate back if nothing is happening. And on small maps, if you don't rotate early enough or rotate back fast enough, the attackers can really find great timing to open an opportunity that can set the match. Domination is a game mode that is mostly won by wallbangs able spots. So, you need to find those spots very quickly. Spraying the walls early on can be a big way to really press the defenders from playing too closely. And you're also going to want to know how to wallbang those sticky points, as well as wallbanging the corners of the windows, which you know that a lot of defenders will have to play at. So basically here, you need to use your intuition. And once you have a better understanding of where the enemies tend to play, you can start doing this on those spots as well. Moreover, if you show the enemy that you will wallbang these spots, or you have killed them with these wallbangs, they will be much less likely to replay these positions. Smaller maps comes with a lot of tight range angles. This means that you want to group up and just hit a side together. And too many teams tend to get lazy when the enemy's team is playing at a disadvantage, and they just often run right into them. But I honestly believe that you should use some smokes, nades and maybe a drone, and the round should be free for the taking. Lastly, if you are playing defensive in the domination mode, make sure that you are abusing the echo on small maps, due to the tighter and close range angles that they give the defenders. If you can master that weapon, you'll be surprised at how scary it can really be. Alongside, try to find information early, and you can couple this with an aggressive pushdown. Try to begin your pushdown at the start of every round to find great openings. And it's really important to do this as a mix-up. Starting off, you can cross over and just hide near a wall, and if you see nothing, you can even tuck yourself in a corner. And if you're coming from the spawn side, you can actually run up to the enemy spawn just using the walls, and you can even have a teammate nading for you, which will make this approach much better and easier. If you are able to pull these types of plays, you're gonna put a lot of pressure in the enemy's team. With this type of strategy messing up their heads, it makes it easier to dictate the pace of each round, as they're going to be more afraid to take things extremely fast. And of course, the best way to be on top of your game and play with your keyboard and mouse while accessing your computer's hardware for better graphics and performance is by using BlueStacks. And not only that, but you also have access to a ton of awesome features. But anyway, that's it for now, thank you very much for watching and bye bye!